Are you struggling to load the SKLearn Cancer dataset into a Pandas DataFrame? You're not alone. Many users face this issue, and today, we're going to solve it together. I totally get how frustrating it can be when you're missing a column in your dataset. It can feel like you're missing a piece of the puzzle. You're definitely not the only one who has run into this problem. Here's the specific question we're addressing today. One user mentioned that when they load the SKLearn breast cancer dataset, they only see 30 columns instead of the expected 31. They tried various methods but kept running into errors. Sound familiar? Let's dive into the details. So what's happening here? The SKLearn breast cancer dataset includes several keys, but the data you load into Pandas might not include all the information you expect. Let's break down how to properly load this dataset. And stick around. At the end of this video, I'll share a quick tip that will help you avoid similar issues in the future. To load the breast cancer dataset correctly, the user should first ensure they are accessing all the necessary components from the dataset. The keys include target names, data, target, description, and feature names. Next, the user should create a Pandas DataFrame using both the data and the target. This will allow them to include the target column, which is essential for their analysis. After creating the DataFrame, the user can check the shape of the DataFrame to confirm that it now contains the correct number of columns, which should be 31. Finally, the user can explore the DataFrame to ensure all data is loaded correctly. They can use methods like describe or head to view the contents. Fun fact, the breast cancer dataset is one of the most commonly used datasets in machine learning. It's a great way to practice your skills. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. This user suggests adding a target column to your data frame since it isn't included in the cancer data. They recommend using the target data from the dataset and assigning it to the data frame. Additionally, if you prefer labels instead of numbers, you can replace the target values with their corresponding names. That wraps up that answer. Let's move on to another one. An alternative approach provided by a user involves using Pandas to load the breast cancer dataset. They start by importing necessary libraries and loading the dataset. After printing the keys, they create a data frame with the cancer data and add a new column for the target values using pd.series. That's it for that answer. Let's take a look at another one. An alternative solution provided by a user suggests that since only the target column is missing, you can simply add it to your data frame. They recommend creating the data frame with the existing data and then adding the target column. That's it for that response. Let's explore another one. An alternative approach suggested by another user involves using the map function to elegantly handle the target names. They recommend creating a new column in the data frame that maps the target values to their corresponding names. That's all for that response. Let's see what someone else had to say. An alternative solution provided by another user suggests using the load breast cancer function with the ASFrame parameter set to true. This method allows you to directly load the breast cancer dataset into a data frame that includes the target column. Here's a pro tip. Always double-check the documentation for the dataset you are using. It can save you a lot of time and confusion. And there you have it. You should now be able to load the SKLearn breast cancer dataset into a Pandas data frame with all the columns included. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe for more tips and tricks.